Let's talk parenting after that fantastic performance. Really uplifting, I must say. More like soul lifting. Now, we are focusing on how new dads maintain friendship after a new baby arrives. And, well, that's something we're going to be discussing with Jesutola Ajao, whose goal is to help men better lead and love their family for a lasting, fulfilling marriage and, of course, a positive influence on their children. It's such a pleasure to have you in the studio with us.
As always, I'm glad to be here.
You know, I'm really glad you're bringing this up because most men, when they become dads, they suddenly develop bipolar disorder. I'm saying this because, no, without any, you know...
Yeah, I understand, yeah.
But, like, they struggle to fit in with, you know, being a dad and still maintaining their friendship with their friends. Note, this also affects women.
Yes.
They also get that bipolar disorder thing. But, you know, I'm saying this on a lighter note. Because you have this personality struggle. I'm supposed to be a dad. I'm supposed to act like a dad. I'm supposed to be a good husband.
Responsible.
Yeah, responsible. But I still want to have a wild out, you know, time out with my friends. I still want to be myself. And so it begs the question, how can you maintain that balance?
It's actually very difficult, to be sincere. It's very difficult. But then, like I always say, it's just finding balance. Finding the balance is you telling yourself, oh, yeah, having a baby can actually pose a lot of stress on you.
Yes.
You would want to be available at home, and then also minding the fact that your demand on your finance has changed. So there's a lot of effort you put on your work, and then rushing back home to be with your family. But finding the balance helps you as a man to cultivate a very cool atmosphere in your house. This is what I mean. If you're stressed, you tend to want to bring that stress into your home. So it is very important as a man for you to find the balance. Yes, to find the balance to maintain a very good friendship with both your old buddies and then the new buddy at home.
So I'm actually going to point out that this applies to women as well. So it's for women watching, you can also learn a thing or two from Jesutola. Now, when as a new dad now, you have a child you want to give all your attention to. Some new dads struggle to know when they can actually start hanging out with their friends again because they are riddled with guilt that their wife needs them at home. But then at the same time, they still want to hang out with the guys. You know, you want to go out with the ladies, as the case may be. You know, still have a feel of normalcy, in quotes, in your life. From what time can you begin to do that? Is there a set time? Is it 2 months after or a year after? When exactly?
There's no set time. If I'm going to be sincere with you, there's no set time. It just happens with time. Because now, when you start having kids, your circle of friendship also expands. You connect more with people that have kids.
Yes.
Especially for men with kids and that used to have bodies without children. You tend to say that, okay, you are introduced more to people that have kids. So these are the type of friends you keep. And these are the type of friends that help shape the amount of time you spend both outside and in your house. So it depends on how you want to open yourself to the social life, because maintaining a good social life also helps you as a man to be as productive as you should be in your house. Because there's no point staying at home and you're not doing anything because you're stressed from the fact that you're worried that your friends are complaining, oh, you don't come out as often as you used to be, oh, you're not keeping up with your guys. That can actually pose a lot of stress on you as well, even as you have another child to take care of in your house.
Okay, so now with the baby, you know, already there's nothing you can do about it.
Of course.
And then, of course, time with your wife, too, because it now becomes a case of not just spending time with your woman and your friends, as the case may be, but now with your woman, with the child, and with your friends. Now, how do you create that in such a way that nobody is lacking? Of course, it means your friends will have to an extent, suffer.
Course, yes.
Doesn't mean you don't have to see them. But how do you create that balance? What's the best way for a man to work that out?
Setting out timelines for everything, yeah.
Timelines, I like
yes,
that.
you must set out timelines. As a father, you must plan yourself. It's very important for you to plan yourself. There's no late nights calls and hanging out. Or, you know, sometimes before your baby arrives, your friend cannot just call you up at 9 on Friday and say, oh, buddy, let's hang out now, and you dash out. That's no longer possible. You must set timelines for everything you do. For your relationship, a relationship that's not going well with your partner, when a baby comes, they tend to want to mend it. And you have to let yourself be available for the mending. For a relationship that is not going well, for a relationship that is excellent, the baby comes and solidifies the relationship you have with your partner. So you have to be available for whatever it is that comes around that space, with you planning yourself. Your time is very important. Your time is like gold to you at that point in time.
Okay. Now, at this point, I also have to mention, because we're talking about new dads and friendships.
Yes.
But then, of course, we realize that many new dads have this, will I say, I don't know, I don't want to use the word dislike, but they have this attitude towards their wives. When their wives say, oh, I want to go and hang out with my friends, or I want to attend this party, and they're like, you want to leave me with the baby? I think it's at this point, I need you to actually clarify that, because many new dads don't realize that their wives also need that time out.
It's okay to excuse your wife, to be free. It helps you even as a man. When I had my first child, I used to hang out a lot with my friends before then. But when I had my first child, I realized that I have to stay up at night so that my wife can actually catch some rest. And on weekends, she must go out so that she can actually catch some rest. Else, I'm going to suffer throughout the next week because she's going to be all cranky and tired, and then you can't put up with such at home. It's not possible.
So that's actually a very important one to take note of, especially for new dads. Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Always a pleasure having a conversation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Now, at this point, we take a break. Wake Up Nigeria continues in a bit.